Well, I got it flat, profiled, cleaned up. I just got the guide on now to cut my bevels. This is going to help me keep my plunge grinds nice and straight and true to each other. So we're on to cutting in the bevels now. Alright, got the bevels cut in and prepped for heat treat. Just going to do a little test etch here. See what the pattern turned out like. Alright, that's what we got. It's not the most interesting raindrop pattern, but you can definitely see it in there. It's going to be pretty cool. So next I will quench this sucker and then temper it and finish it. Stay tuned for more. Alright, I'm ready to get ready for a quench. I'm going to start thermal cycling, which will reduce stress, refine the grain, and refine the carbides, and enhance the hardening. You generally want to do between 3 to 5 cycles. See, this is already kind of wanting to warp on me, which isn't a problem. It does warp. Usually it can be corrected. Usually clamp it when it comes out, but the thermal cycling just helps with the quench, gives you better results. Less chance of catastrophe. But yeah, this one's already pulling a little bit. This is the first cycle here, so now I'm just going to slowly let it cool to black. This will be the second cycle. Just want to try and heat things up evenly. This knife's made from ADCR-V2 and 15N20. The 15N20 has nickel in it. It'll make it shinier or white. That'll be the lighter of the two steels when I etch it. I have to go by eye, and I do have a thermocouple in here telling me the rough, but not a very accurate heat of my forge. I've completed the thermal cycling. This is going to be the quench run. My target temperature is roughly 1500 degrees. We'll be testing with a magnet. It'll be just above non-magnetic. ADCR-V2 does require soak time, which is going to be a little tough for me to nail just using a forge. My quench fluid is Parks 50, which is engineered quench oil. It makes a pretty big difference. I used to use canola oil. So yeah, I am going to heat and check this and quench it. You can see I'm still magnetic there, but not there. So that's about the color I'm looking for throughout the whole knife. And I want to get a bit of a soak on it, seeing as it is ADCR-V2 to get the best results. Wish me luck. Alright, well, so far so good. I'm still going to clamp it just to be safe, but things are looking good so far. Clamp it, let it cool, and hopefully everything's nice and straight. Pull it out of here. Doesn't look bad. Looks like it went good. I was worried because it was warping a little when I was thermal cycling, but maybe that took care of that. I felt pretty good about that quench temperature, so doing it just in the forge by eye is always fun. Clamp that and let it cool. Alright, just cool down. Let's take a look. Not seeing anything alarming right away. Stayed straight, thank God. So the next step is I will get this scale off and test it with my Rockwell files, make sure we did get it hardened, and then temper it. Alright, now that it has been quenched, it is important that I don't wear gloves, so I can feel how hot the steel is getting, because you don't want to burn it or get it too hot and pull the hardness out of it, so you have to go without gloves. So I'm just going to go in and take this forge scale that built up from quenching off, so I get nice clean steel, and then I'm going to check it with my files. So if you've ground enough steel, you kind of can feel it right away that you've hardened it. The difference between grinding annealed steel and hardened steel. And I can feel a difference right away as soon as I got grinding that this has hardened. My Rockwell files are going to give me a better idea of how hard it is, but they're not as accurate as an actual Rockwell tester or something like that. So it is very important to get that scale or decarb off before checking it for hardness, because you'll get a false reading. If that decarb's still on there, it won't want to skate and it'll act like it's not hardened. It's always good to clean it up, take a look. Nothing visible that you can see any cracks or any problems. You want to look on the spine and everything looks good. These are my Rockwell files. So I got the 60 here. We're going to try that. And as you can see, it is not digging in. It is nice and hard. So let's go up to the 65. And it's still skating. So that means it's over 65 on the Rockwell scale, which is good. Now we're going to temper it back, which will make it less brittle and give it toughness, but retain the hardness so it holds an edge and makes a good knife. I just do that in my toaster oven. I'm going to get it up to 400 degrees and do an hour at 400, and then let it cool all the way down to room temperature, do another one, and then I might do actually one more cycle on it. So stay tuned for what comes next.